We are live. Hi, people. Happy Sunday, everyone. Happy Sunday, happy Sunday, happy Sunday. Where are all of you guys? Guys, kindly share the link if you join or come into the chat and say, just type in my next pal. Let me know. Oh, we see 9 people have joined so far. Guys, today we are talking about this amazing app for nurses that is launching in the UK today on this channel. Guys, if you have joined, just type in hi if you can, or just type in my nurse pal so I understand that you can hear me. Hello, everybody. Where are you? Okay, now 38 people have joined. Deborah, hi. Marina. Moses, hi. Obed, hi. Abigail, hi. 60 people have joined. Thank you, guys. Josephine, hi. I like your smile in your profile picture, Josephine. Stanley says, my next pal. Yay. Well done, Stanley. The rest of you, instead of typing my next pal, you just said hi. Plymouth City, hi. Guys, type my next pal. That's the name of the app we are launching today on this channel, guys. Josephine Yate. Thanks, my darling. Margaret. Marina, my next pal. Okay. Okay, guys. Tumiso. Okay, Prince is saying, hearing you loud and clear from Accra, Ghana. Nice. Wow. Prince, it's to say, when you dear who will be enough, Prince. Prince, type my next pal. Emmanuel, guys, I'm so happy to see all of you. Cole says, my next pal. Love you, Cole. Well done. Ola Lade Adeni says, my next pal. Yes, the name of the app, guys, it's a breakthrough app for nurses, honestly. I don't want to make the video so long, so we'll get into the gist right now. Temiyu Hussein, sorry if I have murdered your name, says, hi, Nanel. Hi, love. Inkechire says, my next pal. Yes, Inkechire. So, guys, it's this amazing app, right? That's going to blow your mind. We are going to talk about it today, and I am going to put a link in the comment section, guys. If you have not yet downloaded it, download it right now, and then we'll get started, and I'll show you the amazing things you can do with the app. Okay, so guys, download the app right now with this link. I am going to start the link. K Danso says, my next pal. Good, K Danso. Guys, if you are a nurse, if you are a care assistant, if you are in healthcare, download the app. Even if you are not in healthcare, and then you have a friend who is, send this link to the person to join it right now. It's amazing. My next pal. Moses says, my next pal. Well done, Moses. Emmanuel says, my next pal, but I'm not a nurse in Scotland. Emmanuel, it doesn't matter. Stay. Emmanuel, it doesn't matter. Stay. You'll be shocked. You have to know what's happening. Deborah says, my next pal, watching from London. Hi, Deborah. I like your profile picture, by the way. Prince, he said jollof for him. So when did you do jollof? Okay. Rita says, my next pal. Thank you, Rita. Guys, this is the link. I have started on the channel on the comment section. So just quickly download. If you're an iOS user, if you're an Android user, you can still be able to download. Okay, and then let's start. Let's get into it. Do I say the founder or the creator of the app is here? Dr. Sylvia Abbeyquaye. I have interviewed Dr. Sylvia before. She's a lecturer in the US, but she's originally from Ghana. She's a nursing lecturer in the US, and she and her team, they have come up with this app, guys. It's amazing, and she's going to tell us as we try to download the app. She's going to tell us exactly why she came up with this app. Okay, Joyce is saying, my next pal. Thank you, Joyce. Comfort is saying, my next pal. Comfort, I love you. Okay, so now, guys, download the app. Okay, so that Dr. Sylvia Abbeyquaye will take us through, and then we'll see. So, Dr. Sylvia, if you can briefly tell us a bit about how you came up with this app, but before then, please just briefly about yourself, and then
okay. Yes. So hello, and thank you so much for joining our session today. We are very excited about our application, and we are very happy that you were able to make it. So thank you so much for coming. So my name again is Sylvia Abbeyquaye. In fact, if you ask me who I am, I'm one person that I'll just say I'm just so passionate about nurses and their welfare, pretty much in a nutshell. So I'm a nurse for almost 20 some years, and I've been in the United States. That's where I trained. And I really go into workforce development for my research, and also I also teach like med surg, community. I teach PhD research classes, and that's my background. Now, I've been a director of nursing. I've done everything. I started as a carer. Those who are in the UK, carer. If you're in US, nursing home, nurse assistant. So I've done all of that, and eventually became a director of nursing in a skilled facility, which is like a long-term care facility. Okay. So as a DON, the two things that really broke my heart is that the nurses' work is very difficult. The workload is untenable. And the environment in which we work, sometimes when you're asking for help, they look at it, they frown on it, almost as if, oh, you don't know anything, that kind of thing. There was a little bit of like bullying, if I quote unquote. And one time, one of my staff members had trouble because one of the staff residents or the patients died unexpectedly. And when the investigation was done in the US, they realized that the nurses were negligent in their practice. And when I saw how the nurses were working so hard, but when they got into trouble, there was nobody there for them, right? They had to take their own lawyers, they had to fight for their licenses and all of that. So I decided to do something about that. So I went on the unit and I would stand and I would watch them work, and they'll go back and forth, organization problem, communication, shift report, everybody's okay. And then they start their work and they have nothing to go by, right? So I said, okay, what can I do to help? What can I do to help? Because I'm very passionate about nursing and the workforce and all of that. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to study how nurses work and try to see if I can find a solution that will make us less stressful. Because guess what? We give of our everything, our time, our smile, our touch. We give everything of ourselves. But who is giving us? Who is giving us something back? Nobody. Rather, we get slighted, we get eye rolls, we don't get appreciation. Families are upset with us, our supervisors are upset with us, our friends are upset with us. So it was just like, who is taking care of you? So my Nurse Pal is a caring platform. We are empathetic and we want to empower the nurse to have control, right, of your shift, to have control of everything. So we decided that we were going to do my Nurse Pal, which in a nutshell, my Nurse Pal is a very comprehensive application which provides lots and lots of support so that you will be successful at the workplace, you would enjoy nursing, and you give off freely of yourself so that nobody gets to bully you anymore, that you are in control, you're always in a good place, that you can give off freely of yourself. So that is just in a gist what my Nurse Pal stands for. It's an experience. Yes.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sylvia. So, guys, before I go ahead, just type in the comment section what is the most challenging for you as a nurse, okay, on your shift. What is the most challenging for you? For me, you know, guys, my story is that recently I left the nursing home to the ED, and it is very, very different. And there were things that were so simple that some of the carers in the ED even knew. Those who were not even nurses, they knew. But me, that was a qualified nurse, I didn't even know. But it sounded like it was so basic, and then you claim you're a nurse, you're supposed to know, right? And sometimes when you go and ask these questions, they will go back and say, that girl,
She doesn't know.
They'll go and gossip behind you and make you even feel bad. So sometimes now you're wondering, should you even go and ask? And then who's the right person to ask? That's the most important thing. Who's the right person? You ask a question, the person says, are you newly qualified? The person says, when did you start here? Then you know that, this is what they are thinking. So it's good that we have somebody who's like our best friend that you can have on the shifts, and then you can, get help from at all times. And Marina says the lack of empathy for nurses, especially for management. Okay, so that is Marina's Dr. Sylvia. Somebody's giving ask Abby a shout out here. So guys, type in your challenge on your shift. For me, as somebody who started ED not long ago, it was some of the basic things that the ED nurses, and then sometimes they think it's basic, but it's because they've been there 15 years.
Yes,
it's because they've been there 7 years, and they forget that when they also just newly qualified or they just joined, it was a big issue for them. So someone is saying safeguarding. That's safeguarding. So it's good that we have a pal that can actually help us in some of these situations. Now, Dr. Sylvia, I'm going to share the link one more time, guys, for you to join. Beatrice is saying my next pal. Well done, Beatrice. Someone is saying the app authentication isn't working. Can you look into it? I had an issue with that as well. Guys. Hold on. Please refresh your emails and then see if you get the authentication code.
And check the
your spam and
the
check
spam
your
and check
spam
your
folder
spam.
as well.
Yes, sometimes it goes there, and if not, we will send you the code.
Okay, please, guys, recheck and see. Dr. Sylvia is going to take us through some
Step
of the
by
things.
step.
Before we even get started, tell us what is so special about my Nespa. What exactly can it do? Can it, if I'm told to go and insert a catheter, can it do it?
Oh yes, it won't do it for you, but to tell you step by step how to do one.
Okay,
and
okay, we know that it is widely accepted in the US now, and you are even into talks into some of the hospitals using it. Tell us briefly about how it has been accepted in the US now, and then why it is being moved to the UK.
Yeah, so my NESPAL is groundbreaking here, and nurses are finding it very, very useful in terms of managing their work and their workflow and all of that. Now, the next phase of it is integrating to hospital systems, but it's very HIPAA compliant and it's a global application. It supports 54 languages and including British English and all of that. So it's going to streamline your work significantly and also provide you with the support so that those eye rolls and those little gossips, we are going to get rid of that. And we are actually forming a movement within the application in our community, which I'm going to talk a lot about, where we are going to hold each other's hand and change nursing for the better in terms of being positive, getting support, mentorship from across the globe. So this year is bigger than ourselves, it's larger than life, and we want to make this a positive experience for every nurse. So to answer your question, Anel, this is becoming a thing. It's like people are already downloading it in droves, and we are very excited about it. In education, its application is being realized, in fact, and we are really, for clinical, for students, it's being used. So we are very excited about it.
Yeah, somebody mentioned that their challenge is safeguarding. So for those who don't know what safeguarding means, it's just abuse and issues regarding abuse here in the UK. And I feel like my nurse pal can help get rid of that. So imagine that you have been assigned a patient, right? And let's say the patient came with, let's say, a lactate of 6, or let's say let's say lactate of 6, right? And then you're, let's say you are the most senior on the shift, right? You have done all what you're supposed to do, but maybe there are other things that you should have prioritized that in the heat of the moment you forgot to do. You hand over to somebody else, and the person that's an incident report, just received this patient, and this was not done. The next moment you are being called at this why did you not do this? And to you've done your best, you see. So let me give an example of what happened to me. So one of the first time I cried at my workplace, my current workplace, I had 6 patients, and to me, I was doing so well, right, that day. And then I was called to the band 7's office, as they were in charge, and she told me that I've been reported to her that I have a patient with a news of 7. I don't know. I don't think the US uses the news. So it's just how bad the patient is doing based on their vital signs. And then it gives you a score, and then you know. So apparently I had a patient with a news of 7, which I had not attended to in a while. Okay. But so maybe I was busy 7 bedpan. I was busy giving paracetamol when there was somebody with a news of 7 who was critically ill that I was supposed to prioritize. But in the heat of the moment, I was so busy doing things that I shouldn't have been doing at that time. And I love the fact that my nurse pal helps you to prioritize as a nurse. In the heat of the moment, you may have learnt it, but in the heat of the moment, when you get real case scenarios, sometimes it's very difficult. Someone is saying, hello, everyone. Kindly let me know if you have issues signing in. I'm Yao Precious, the designer on my nurse pal team, and we are on standby to help you. So, guys, if you are having any issues, please let us know exactly the issues you're having, and then this gentleman will help you. So I'm happy that my nurse pal is here to help. I know somebody will say that but Google is there. You see, sometimes Google will give you results.
This is more than Google.
500 results with chat. A lot of things that are not important. Okay,
Yeah,
you want something that will just take out all the chat and give you what you need at that particular point in time. So I don't want the live to be so long. So let's get started. Dr. Sylvia, if you share your screen and
I'm going to share my screen now.
So what are the key features of the app, would you say?
So the key features is one, it has time management settings.
Another person is saying verification code not coming through.
Okay, 1 second. Let me get this thing to work. Okay, let me get this thing to work.
Yeah. So guys, like I was saying, if you're able to know exactly what to do and then you do exactly what you're supposed to do, safeguarding issues against yourself or your facility will be reduced to the barest minimum. Okay. So like Dr. Sylvia was saying, it helps you to, some of the key features include helping you to prioritize that work, helping you to know exactly what to do in every scenario. And it's not just for nurses, like we mentioned earlier. So are you able to share your screen now?
I'm trying to share my screen. It's just giving me this stressful, as usual. This technology always does this. It's frozen. That's the problem.
It's frozen.
Yeah.
I see Dr. Sylvia, you were a star.
Okay, there. Yeah, I am. It's coming. It should pop up hopefully. Okay, so yeah, there it is. Okay, so we are good. Okay, so this is my Nest Pal.
Okay.
And this is
so this is my page.
This is your page. So if you are new to the application, you are going to go to sign up.
Okay.
And since I'm already in the system, I'm going to have already an existing account. I'm going to log in here. Okay. So once I log in here, I'm going to put in my email. So if you have a different, since most of you are new to it, it's going to ask you to set your facility, your role.
So before you finish typing the email, do you want everybody to see your email, or I should put it aside for you?
Oh, don't worry, I'm good. This is not. Don't worry, this is safe. If they this is safe. Yeah, I want them to
ED. Somebody's asking what's ED. It's emergency department.
Emergency department. Yeah.
Okay, so I have signed up already. I have signed up, and this is my dash, how it looks like. So Dr. Sylvia is going to walk us through to see exactly what to do.
Oh. Oh yeah, I spelled it wrong. That's why it won't let me go in. Okay, there you go. Beautiful. Okay. So everybody should be here. How many of you? Let's know how many of you are in the on this page. Okay. Since I'm sharing my screen, I really don't see you guys. So I don't see the comments. So let me know how many are in Nanel, so we can get started, because I don't want to leave anybody behind, pretty much.
Yeah, I think this lady is saying that she has still done and resent it, but it's still not there.
The OTP is not there. So get her she should put her email, and then we would give her an OTP.
So the problem is the person might not want the whole
everybody. Oh, the whole to know. Yeah, that's it. That's so true. The team should reach out to her, and then yeah.
If the team can reach, guys, if you're having any issues downloading the how do you call it, the app, kindly let us know who you are and what problems you are having, so that we can help you, because we all want to work through it together, and I want to try it as we are all live. Guys, if you've been able to successfully download, I know one person said they've been able to download it. Yes, Rita says Rita, did you have any problems downloading it? Who else has been able to upload it? Abigail is saying that I have applied 195, but no job. Abigail, today we are not talking about jobs. Okay, so my Nest Pal is saying that they are reaching out. So guys, you can also follow my Nest Pal. That is the official YouTube channel of the app. You can also follow my Nest Pal, for updates and other things that we may not
And
be
we
able
have tutorial videos on our page, so you can actually go there or follow us, go there, and then if you even forget today's tutorial, you can always go and refresh your memory on that page. Yes.
Okay, so let's get started.
Okay.
As we
So my next part is a very comprehensive app, and it's mostly to support the nurse in at all levels. If you're a new grad, you're a student nurse, you are a seasoned nurse, you find use for my next part. Okay. So because I've been idle, let me just go back into the system. So on this homepage, you see some quick action tabs. So we have self-care. Now, self-care here, before, when you are new to the system, you have to actually allow your system to talk to the self-care feature. So you have to allow it. So if you get to this page and you're not seeing what I'm seeing, it's because you haven't kind of toggled to allow to see that. But pretty much, we want to track your steps at work. We want you to be able to log your break or skip your break if you have any break that you want to skip or log. And why is that? Sometimes when you're telling management that, oh, the whole week I haven't taken my break, it's hard for them to know. But now they also are going to have a system that talks to them. So they would see how many nurses are really not taking their break, so that we can see how our workload is influencing our health, right? Not only that, it also gives you a health report. So it tells you your wellness report for the whole week if you're logging in. And if you are stressed, it can tell and give you insights on things that you should do to keep yourself from stressing, because stress in itself can be very detrimental to our health. It can give you recommendations. I don't walk much, so it says take average daily walks. It's low, so try a 10 minutes walk. So it's giving me recommendation as to some of the things I can do as a nurse to keep myself healthy. Now, also, you can log in your mood. So say you come to work and today you are very, very happy, energized. You can say, I'm energized. And once you log in your mood, you can say why you think you are energized, because I have completed all my work, right? Completed all my work on time, right? So you can type in that, and then obviously, boom, you can then log your mood. Now, what we do is that at the end of the week, you can see, and it's going to give you a comprehensive report on your mood, okay? And also how you are handling your stress level. So this is a very
Is it possible that the team members will be able to check their emails that have are trying to sign up and put the
OTP
on the let's say, so this Sylvia, are they able to do that? Like this lady is Sheila is saying that Nanelle verification code not coming through and not in my spam as well, and the other person is also saying that it's still not in. So I don't know, maybe there's an email with Sheila that is trying to sign up from the back end.
Yeah, they can see that, but then they have to then we can see that and send the OTP to but if she's not getting the email, then we can't send it again through the email. So we have to actually put it in the comments for her if she doesn't mind.
Yes, in the comments, what I mean. So let's say Sheila, then the OTP will follow by the team so that they can do. I don't know why that is the case. I
don't know why it's happening. I don't know why, because I don't know why the OTP is not coming through at all. So we will look into that definitely because it's supposed to be instant. So we definitely we will look into that.
Okay. So yeah,
so again, if you want breathing exercises, it tells you what to do, and it can actually help you to breathe in and out, right? So you can actually breathe in. It trains you. This is self-care. This is just one feature within the application. So this is just by the way. So it tells you that. Now, this is the community of support that we have, right? So I don't want to go into it, but if you are going in for the first time, there's going to be a set of rules to follow. Now, this community is safe because we flag any PHI that you're trying to put in there, and we flag if you have the GDPR rules. This applies because you want to keep information very minimal. You want to seek help. This is a place where all nurses have access to. Now, this community here, as an MVP, allows you to see every nurse and ask questions globally, but we are going to have it do mentorship relationship. That is where this is going. And we also want to be able to plan retreats for nurses. We want to bring in healing trauma people, for those who have gone through a lot of losses, working in hospice, seeing death so much, nobody's taking care of you. We want to give you a place to debrief. So we are going to have meditations on this platform. We have experts that are lined up to be providing us information and specialized contact so that we can be healthy that way. So that is one. Now we have a coach in your pocket, okay? The name of this coach is Abby, and I'm very, very happy to say that Abby is not just a Google. It's not just a Google. It's an AI tool that we have trained in the last 2-3 years to think like a nurse. So it uses the clinical judgment model to think, and it can go through all the stages of our nursing process, meaning assessment, right? Diagnosing, care planning or planning, right? Then you're coming up with your goals and then your interventions. And then obviously evaluation. So it does all of that processes for you. Now, Abby also is not just a chat bot. It also can do med lookups. If you're not sure of a syndrome, it will tell you, and it will give you the references where it took it from.
Dr. Sylvia, where do I find the Abby?
Abby is right here. So when you go into your you see where the toggle is, right? If you on the main screen, you see the plus sign here. Click on the plus sign, it brings up this module, and then it says chat with Abby.
Okay.
So you're going to chat with Abby, and Abby can do, somebody can just test it. You can just ask Abby, how do I put in a dress? And it would tell you step by step. Now, this year was a recent, I had a patient who said, oh, I want CLL. And I was like, what's CLL? I just put it in there and it just came back and it told me the symptoms, what it means, and it comes from very reliable sources, Mayo Clinic and all that. So we have tailored it to give us evidence-based feedback. If you want a care plan, it will help you with a care plan using the NIC-NOC, right? So it does a lot of things, right? Care plan for a resident with a high risk for fall. You want a medication lookup, lorazepam. What is the next intervention or next implication for lorazepam? It says, be aware of this, assess the patient for level of consciousness, respiratory status. You see, it's very comprehensive. And that is what I like about it. However, if Abby gives you something, because we want to make sure that we are not being misled, there's a flag feature here, okay? You see that little flag in the corner there? If you think that Abby has given you something that you think is so offline, we want you to report it right away. We have a system in place that we will look into it right away and see what's going. So far, we are still doing a lot of testing, and we've gotten on point medical feedback from Abby. So we are very excited about its performance. Okay, now let's go back and see. So now we also know that nurses also worry, right? We know that we also have emotional needs. So we have put daily reflections in like a journal, but it also has an AI emotional coach in there for you. So if you had a patient die and you need support, or you are feeling very down, you can go in here. So I just said I had a wonderful shift. The residents are calm, no faults, and unusually I'm on time. I mean, I didn't spell it correctly, but yeah. It says, take a moment to acknowledge and appreciate your hard work. It just gives you motivation, inspiration to keep you going as a nurse, which I felt we hardly get it from anybody. So we can get it from Abby. And again, you can flag us if you think that this is not giving you good feedback. We have tested it such that even if somebody came in here and wrote in that you have suicidal ideation, it gives you the suicide crisis helpline so that you can seek medical advice right away. So if that is something you are concerned about, we have it covered also. So having said that, now let's look at other features on this page before we even go to the wow part of the app. Now, we have a library of resources. If you're a new nurse and you are in the US, I'm in as a long-term care nurse. If you have uploaded it, you were given an option to select your role. So if you work in a hospital, you choose acute care. If you work in long-term care or nursing home or care home, you're going to choose long-term care nurse. If you're a CNA, you're going to choose your nurse. If you're a carer, you can choose CNA. That's the American equivalent. And you get a resource that is specific to your role. And so you can see that for acute transfers, this is the process you have to go through. And we are updating this, and it's in real time, right? And it gives you references as to where all these are coming from. I authored a book recently, and most of these are from the book. And so it's really well researched, okay? How to manage a BiPAP, CPAP, how to do bowel monitoring, how to manage a patient with a burn incident, body mechanics, CNA daily assignments, all of that is in here. So that is your resource library that you can utilize at any time, okay? Now, we didn't forget you. We also gave you my docs, just in case none of these resources speak to you. and you have your own resources from school or your cheat sheets that you want to have in your pocket, we give you an option to be able to upload any document that you want. So you can just hit upload right on your phone or whatever. It's going to give you, let me just do this. It's going to give you this, just saying, oh, sorry. Did I stop sharing?
I think we did. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I don't know. Just hitting the distance. So let me go back and reshare the screen.
Dr. Sylvia.
Yes, hello.
Obed is saying the same thing. If please somebody could just check their email. Ayuba is saying the same thing. A few people are saying the same thing. So if the guy could just what form?
Okay.
What
So
form?
they can't even get in to get a support form. So they can't get into the app without the OTP. So there's a support form, which I'm going to get to that. There's a support form within the application that you can put in any help you need, and then we can actually take you
because they can see from the back end. Yes, let's say Ya is also saying it's not coming in. So if let's say you've seen an email with Ya Duruwa, you can say Ya, your OTP is this in the comment section. At the end of this particular live, the comments will not be visible anymore. You know.
Okay. I'm trying to share the screen, and again,
so that you can all go through with us.
It has to go through this drama again for me. So let me see if I can share the screen again.
Guys, if you have been able to successfully download the app, please let me know how you did it.
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
So hopefully I should be able to so you have to, before you can upload this document, you have to put a heading or a title. It won't let you if you don't. So I'm doing a set down. So it comes here. When you open it up, it's going to be here. Okay. So this is just a document I have, and you can delete it too if you want to delete the document, right? So this here is, you can even put your shopping list. Okay. You can use it. It's multi-purpose. You can do whatever you want to do with it in here. Okay, now let's look at the more section. So again, the more gives you an overview of your account. You can upload your picture and all of that. Okay, and you can actually have the option to delete if you don't want the account, but we hope you love it, so you don't delete it. Then this again is a shortcut to it. This is where we want you to pay attention to. This is the support feature. If we want this app to wow you and to do what you want it to do. Like it's not a tool. We want it to help you. So if you're having any problem with the app, don't hesitate. We are not going to be upset at all. Just come here and tell us the type of problem you're having and what the problem is. And then you hit submit, and then we get it. Okay. So you fill out, and then once we get it, it's going to be assigned to a team, and you're going to get feedback right away. So that is something I want you to know is existing. Now you see this notification button here. Keep it on. I would recommend. Don't shut it off. Why? Because it tells you if you are working 2-3 hours into your shift and you haven't taken any break, it will tell you. If you haven't taken a hydration break, it will tell you. If you haven't used the bathroom, trust me, it will tell you. And we know nurses never use the bathroom, and we have kidney problems. None of that no more, right? So these are just basic overview of the application. Now let's go to the area where we are going to actually do work. Now, because of HIPAA or because of the GDPR rules, we have to make sure that we have put a geofence, because this is an area where we are going to work, and there might be some sensitive patient data that we are going to put in. Although we really encourage you to put minimal data in there, like identifier in the minimal. So with that, you have to create a shift to be able to go into the workspace. Okay, so we want you to start or create a shift. So when you first download the application, you put in a facility that you work at. Okay. Now, if you are not at the facility, this part of the application will not open for you. However, if you're a home care nurse, your facility is the home. So you do current location, it will open for you to take care of the patient. Therefore, I really encourage you that if you want to just play with the app, always use your current location to play with it and get used to it. But you can put your facility in when you are at the facility so that you can work. And also, you can schedule all your shifts for the week ahead of time in the system. If you are agency nurse and you work in multiple places, you can change your roles. Say you are in hospital and then you work weekends in long-term care. It's just a toggle. when you go to the, I didn't show you that. When you go to the more screen, you're just going to shift your role. You can go between roles and you see a different interface. Okay. So let's say that I'm using my current facility, which is my NESPAL demo. Okay. This is going to be my current facility. And then I'm going to hit, I'm going to select it and I'm going to then hit confirm. Now my shift is going to start now. So I'm going to say done. And then I'm going to end my shift, say maybe at 5 p.m. 5 p.m. my time. So I'm going to do okay, and then I'm going to say done. Okay. Now you can alert to see if you want to be notified 5 minutes before, 10 minutes before your shift starts. It will do that for you. So that is done, and then you create your shift. Okay. Now this is taking the geofence, right? It's really making sure that you are at the place, because it won't open for you if you are really not at the place you said you are supposed to be, because we are trying to protect the patient data. We want you to be confident in this application so that you don't even question whether, oh, you'll not get into trouble, because it's that safe. Okay. Now, because I'm in as a long-term care nurse, I see residents. If you are in as a hospital or acute care nurse, you see patients. If you are in as a home care nurse, you see clients. So your interface changes with your role, which I think is fantastic. Okay. Now, I have here, most of you, those who are new, are going to have a blank screen. This screen here aligns to your assigned patients or residents, okay? You create rooms or bed or ward based on your patient. And in fact, if you're in Ghana and you don't use rooms and use ward, in the home screen, you can change the room to ward so that it meets and it fits the way you work, because this is a global application. So how do you set up a room? You see the plus sign here. You want to hit the plus sign. It gives you an option to add a single patient or to add multiple. So if you have given an assignment with 10 patients, ranging from room 101 to say 105, bed A, bed B, you just use the add multiple residents and you can fill in the information, and boom, all your rooms will be set up with this instant that you hit submit. Now, I've already set my rooms, but I'm going to, just for the purpose of this demo, add room 107A. So I'm going to add a single patient. I'm going to type in 107 bed A. And then if I want to add the patient's initial so that I know who I have, because again, trying to be minimal with HIPAA information, I'm going to say TA. Okay, that is my patient's initial, and I'm going to add the room. And then when I add the room, guess what? It always aligns in a chronological order so you don't miss anybody. Now you see those 3 dots here. You can actually decide to delete a room if you don't want to, or you can do adjustments if you want to by hitting on those little 3 dots there. So now we have our room. So bingo, we have our assignment all set up and we are ready to work. So you go into room 101. This is what nurses do. We start off by taking our handoff notes, right? You take handoff because you can't start your shift without handoff. And again, you don't want to miss anything. So what do? You see, if up here are all the things you can do for your nurse, the handoff, the things you do, your scrub noting, your shift report, your soap notes are all on the app toggle, at the app bar. Now, here you can go between patient rooms. So this is patient 101, 102. So you can just move within patients. So imagine yourself walking in the hallway and you're taking care of your patients. That is how this app has been up for you. Now you're going to add your shift report or your note. In fact, you only do this once, and the rest of it, you're going to just share to the next nurse like a relay. It's so beautiful. So now handoff is not going to be, oh, I forgot something. As long as you did it, your handoff is going to be generated at the end of the shift, and I'm going to show you how. And this is how magical this application is. Now, this application supports 54 languages. So you can speak in any language and your notes are going to come in English, okay? Right? So it has so many languages that you can choose from. Okay. Now, I am already in the default, which is the English US, but you can change to English British. You can record with this tab your shift report. You can scan if a nurse that you're taking over from has my nurse pal. You don't need to take shift report. You can just scan the shift report from here, right? And then it comes straight into the room for you. So there's no hassle anymore. But both of you must be using my NetSpal to have that. And obviously, this is the clear button and this is the save button. So let me do a demo, and I have to be quiet to do the demo so you can get. But if you start, you have to hit this and it's going to turn red. When it's red, it means that you can record. So let me just do this demo. Patient is diagnosed with COPD. She remains stable. She was alert and oriented during the shift, though she has some mild shortness of breath with exertion. Oxygen was maintained at 2 liters via nasal cannula, with saturations ranging between 93 to 95%. Lung sounds were diminished bilaterally with occasional wheezing noted. She used her inhaler as scheduled with good effect. Cough was productive of small amounts of thick sputum. She tolerated all her meals well, and she ate about 80% of dinner. No acute distress was observed, and she's resting peacefully. So I'm going to then stop hitting this, and then it's going to transcribe. Now you have to give it a little bit of a time to finish fully transcribing, and then we will see what we get out of the output. So again, if you can use your tablet for this, right? Now, this here is the confidence level is really high on this. You have the option to edit if you wanted to, right? You still can edit, right? You don't have to, I mean, you can edit it if you want to edit it, but I feel like I got it almost 100%, right? So I'm just going to save it. Okay. So, 1 second, I need to charge my phone. I'm so sorry. 1 second, please.
Guys, if you have any question, I am going to share the link. So you can pop in and ask Doctor your question. I will take just about 3 questions because we are almost at an hour. And I didn't want the video to be longer than an hour. Somebody is asking that, Nanelle, those of us in UK, we may know Plan Day. Is it different? I have no idea what Plan Day is. If you could share more about Plan Day, and then I'll see if it's similar. But it's not affiliated to my NetSpal.
Okay.
Yeah.
So once that is done and I've saved it, I'm sorry about that. Once that is done and saved it, we're going to go to task. Okay. You see, based on the report you just gave, your to-do list is already created by the Abbey AI based on the nursing judgment. So it's telling you that based on what you just said, it says monitor the vital signs. So you have to look at this, including pulse. Is this something you have to do for a COPD patient? I think so. So we are going to say accept, right? You can reject if you didn't want it. Assist with the inhaler. I didn't say the inhaler, it says hail inhaler. I don't like that. Maybe it's just, I'm going to edit it and I'm going to change that because that's not what we need, right? Or whatever you want. You can make it your own, okay? You can make it your own. And then I'm going to accept it. Okay. So you can go through all of this, but just for purpose of demonstrating, all your to-do lists would come here. And they are all pending. You can decide that I don't like anything that this Abbey is telling me. I want to do my own list. You can do this. You can create your own list, right? And then you can put in, say, I want to call MD, right? Or check IV. Whatever you want to do, you can just put it in there. Done. It's in there. And you can take anything that you want. Okay, so let me just say I'm taking some of these that I'm accepting them. Once your list is created here, right? You can decide to, this is pending. The task has not yet been done. So you can mark it as complete as and when you do them, right? Or you can write notes to them. You can delete them, or you can set timer to it. So you have an IV that you have to, for 103, just set a timer. It will just alert you, and then you go back to it so that you don't worry that you forget anything. As long as you set the timer to it, it's going to be done because it's going to alert you when the time is done. So assuming that it says administer, I did this, so I'm just going to mark it as complete and I'm just going to close it off and then go to the next task. When it's complete, it's color coded. It changes to complete, right? And then I want to monitor vital signs. Again, you don't need to write or do anything. You know how we used to write on paper towels and and scrub, you can just come here and just voice it. Vital signs, blood pressure 120/65, pulse 55, respirations 10, temperature 98.3 Fahrenheit. Okay, so I can do that. And once I do this scrub noting, this is what I call scrub noting. It comes in exactly as I said it. You're going to save it and it becomes a scrub note for you. Okay, so then you can mark it as complete, whatever you did. So let's just say that I'm going to mark everything as complete because it's just for demo. Okay, so everything here is going to be marked as complete. You can set alarms if you want to play with it. Now, one feature I want to also show you is the prioritization that this can do. So now, just by moving these task around, right? You just hold on to it and then you just move it. So which one am I doing first? Which one am I doing second? You can do that to help you and to help you to stay in touch. And you can go to the next room, the next room, and the next room. Okay, so this is it. Now, the scrap notes that you take, all the notes you are taking, you are voicing it. Remember, you're not writing, just talk throughout your day. Go to any room, you do anything, just talk, just talk. It will come in each room and it will annotate here. Now, the beauty is that at the end of your shift, all you need to do is to hit this, generate. And guess what? Your shift reports and your notes are just going to be generated for you like that.
Dr. Sylvia, I used to work in a nursing home where phones were banned.
So you can use tablets. You can use tablets.
So like tablet phones banned.
Well, so then the organization will have to be talked to get
yes.
Into
I feel
the
like
building.
Yes, in such because it's a very good app. I feel like if the organization adapts it and then puts it on their system, because the company had their own tablets that you can use, so
Yes.
it will make it easier.
So once you like it, you just tell us and we go to them, that because we have the organizational access so they can use it. Okay. So yes, so that's all we would ask that you do. So again, you can edit this, but this is one of the cool features of this. Then from here you can generate your SOAP notes, and then it integrates or downloads into an EHR system. Okay, potentially. So this is the end of the process. However, I want to generate the SOAP notes. You can generate it here. It will come in the SOAP notes format. You can edit it and then you can sign off of it, right? It comes with your signed name, but you can edit it. Obviously, we don't sign with long-term care. You sign with your credentials, RN or whatever. You can download this for now, or you can, if it integrates into your EHR system, then you are free to go, right? Now, if it doesn't, a lot of people use it this way. Now, let me go back to this and show you how to share the shift report. So assuming that I've done all my work and you've come in and you have my NestPal. So you come in and I say, I'm going to share my report with you, okay? This goes up and I am going to hit share report. This is the only room that I have worked and I have notes, right? So it's highlighted. So I'm going to share the report. So when I share the report, you're going to get a QR code. So whilst you're in the app, you see where I showed you to share report. You just go into the room, right? And then just scan it from there and the report will come into the room automatically. So now nothing gets lost. As long as you speak throughout the day that you are doing these things, nothing gets lost. You can create your shifts. You can do everything you want to do. And it's just generated for you. No, now you're going to sit in the nursing station, take 10 hours, 20. No, none of that. We've changed all of that. We've changed the game. So you have to know how to use it, and you have to the only thing left is for you to get comfortable with this application and for you to help spread the word so that a lot of nurses, when we get a lot of nurses in the facility that are using it, want it, we can come to the facility and say, the nurses want it, and this is how we want you to adopt it, right? So, but most people are using it. Home cares are using it. Long-term cares are using it. Hospitals, you can use it. There's so many other features. There's the front end of it, the AB features, the med lookup features. All of those things really do not need integration to use them, right? Because it still provides you with the support. Now, let me show you this last feature. I told you that every shift, you can put all your shift for the week in here, so that when the time comes for you to get to do your shift, it will tell you which one is ongoing, which one was ended. And also, this bar here is very, very interactive. It tells you how far into your shift you have left, what hours left. Now, when you go overtime, it's going to go red. It's going to show you. But the beauty about it is that once your shift ends and you hit end shift, like I'm going to do right now, end shift, your shift ends, that's good. But when you leave the facility, you lose access to this part of the app, because again, we are putting in so much safeguards for patient data, because you really don't need it at home. You don't need this at home. You need it only in the workplace. So we try to keep you in the workplace. So again, if you want to access your scrub notes directly, you can also come here. Say you have finished all your work on the floor, you're now at the nursing station and you're doing your notes and you want to reference. You don't need to go through all the toggle. Just come here, scrub notes, check the room you want to go to, see if you have scrub notes in there, and then see what you want to write, right? So even for right now, you can use it. You can use it for a number of purposes. So I hope that you find this. I'm going to end the shift, and when you end the shift, it's going to say end the shift. So I really hope that you find this helpful, because this here is changing the game of how we do nursing. Because as a clinical student, can you imagine how this is going to help you? As a nurse, new nurse, do you see how this can help you? Well, I want you to do me one thing. Go and play with it. We are here to guide you. Do not put it down when you are frustrated. If your frustrations, please send us messages, because we want to make this a special experience for you. In the community, I want you to engage. We have also an external community where we are going to bring in experts to help us with stress management and all of those things. So I want you to go to Facebook. We have our community, and then sign up also. Yeah. So I would stop sharing my screen. I'll take a few questions if there's time for that. Yeah, if you don't mind, I would take a few questions from the audience. Yeah.
So I think my next PAL team has sent this link. Okay, so I have started in the comments. So guys, if you are struggling with the OTP issues, I see that a lot of people are still struggling. Guys, click on the link, this link that I've just shared, and then fill the form, and then they can send you your link. Yes, please.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much. Someone said it's indeed a game changer. It is a game changer, and we are going to. This is just the MVP. So the plans for this application is endless. I mean, we are making nursing very manageable, so you don't stress. No matter how many patients you have, we're going to make your life so much easier. We promise you. That's a promise, personal promise to you. I am working on it, and I'll make sure that you love nursing more than you ever did.
Okay, somebody was on here waiting to ask a question, but the person has disappeared. Lisa, I saw you wanting to ask a question. Lisa and one other person. Guys, if you want to ask a question, kindly come and ask the question. Okay. So please fill in the form information via this form, so that you can get your OTP. Apologies for the OTP issues.
Yeah, I'm really surprised because it's such an instant thing. So it's great, but it's great that this comes up, because that makes us go back and then look at the OTP, why people are not getting their OTP. So that's our priority. So hopefully by tomorrow, we should be able to get it, because we can't put any impediment in your way at all. We want you to have this application. Yeah.
That's good. Please, I'll share the link again. If you have a question for Dr. Abbeyquaye, I've shared the link again. You can come in and join. We only have about 7 minutes left. So if you want to share your thoughts about the app, what you think they can do, if you have any questions, if there's anything you're not clear about, aside the OTP issues, if you have any other concerns, please come and ask Dr. Sylvia while she's still here. I like the fact that, I mean, if this is widely accepted and let's say your institution is using it, I think it will make work very easy. The fact that you can just, record your voice and then it will give you a whole report, I think is very good. And the fact that it can actually, based on the report, give you tasks that you're supposed to do so you don't miss out anything I think is exceptional. Yeah, it's really, really good. Guys, if you have any questions, Lisa, why have you left? I saw that you wanted to ask a question. Sorry, I didn't call you earlier, but you can come on now and ask your question, guys. Lisa.
And I just wanted to also add that we're working on a Curial, which is the dashboard to this. So organizations have this dashboard that really helps to also manage the assignments, so that now they don't just give you assignment just because you have 2 patients. Sometimes you have 2 patients that are more difficult than somebody who has 3 that are easy peasy. Now with this, we can be able to check acuity, and also we are going to come up with clinical pathways that will we automate with AI agents that will help you. So there's a lot more that organizations also have. So they have their portal. So you go into your organization and you go into their system. So for now, this is the standalone one for nurses. There's the organizational one. That's why I'm saying that if you love it, please walk to your supervisor, walk to your DON and tell them about this beautiful application. We will come in and do the rest of the work and get you hooked up to this system ASAP, so that you can also enjoy what all other nurses are enjoying everywhere. If you're a student, let us know. We'll tell your teacher you want to use it for clinical. We'll be there to help you. Okay. So again, you can find us www.mynursepal.ai or mynursepal.com. If you cannot get in touch with us, go in there. There's an info@mynursepal.com. Leave a comment, leave a message. We check all of that. And we are going to be there to support you fully, because that's what we stand for, supporting our nurses to be successful, less stress, easy job. I mean, we are I'm so excited, can't you tell?
Dr. Sylvia, somebody is saying that, is it free?
It is free for now, because so let me just be very open. It's free for now, and because we also anticipate some OTP, all these problems, we won't charge you for such things. We are making it a perfect application. However, those AI, the voice to text are all we pay for them. So at some point, we're going to put something minimal, not too much, based on location also. So we take account people who are in the US is not going to pay the same as somebody who is in Ghana, right? It's fair, but it's not now. So you just enjoy it. Get used to it. That's all we're asking you to do for right now. Yeah. And just so you can get used to it. Yeah.
And it's on it right now, that is free.
Yes.
Make the most of it before you have to pay. Yeah. Guys, anything else you want to say before Dr. Sylvia leaves? Okay. Apologies for the OTP issues once again. And if you are watching this live after it has ended, just check the comment section or the description of the video for the link to download. You can download it whether you have an iOS or an Android device. And then I'm hoping that by the time that you are downloading, there'll be no OTP issues. Okay. Thank you very much for anybody who has joined. Dr. Sylvia, your last words, and then we'll end this live.
I just want to say my heartfelt gratitude to all of you who took time out of your busy days to just come and listen to us. Please, I ask of you to make this very successful. I'm asking you, when you leave here, call 2-3 friends and tell them about MyNursepal and walk them through. We have demo tutorial videos on our YouTube channel, MyNursepal. Just type MyNursepal, one word, into YouTube. And if you have trouble in any section, if you didn't get the OTP and so you couldn't follow us, don't worry. I have made these tutorials that you can go follow. Okay. All right.
So guys, this is the MyNursepal official YouTube channel. Okay, that is their channel there that I have just started. Okay, so you can just click on it and then follow them on YouTube or subscribe to their channel, so that in case of any update, and then if you want to know watch the tutorial videos as well to make the most out of the app, you'll be able to do it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining. Bye-bye.
Bye.